Way to get everyone's attention, Patrick. Who has ever given a speech? We're here at Toastmasters, of course. We have either given speeches or we aspire to give speeches. And then right after that, who would like to give an outstanding speech evaluation? Well, you got my attention because that's what I was going to do as soon as you were done speaking. One of Patrick's goals was to give a speech on a highly focused subject. And what more focus could there be than something that begins and ends in 1:30 to 3:30, the speech evaluation. You went right into what makes an evaluation great, what can make an evaluation great, what pitfalls an evaluator may actually fall into. You focused on focusing out not on the evaluator, but the speaker and also the audience, so that we can all learn from the process. Meeting the speaker at his or her level, organizing this mini speech that you have to give, which was the focus of your very speech, and how then to deliver that presentation and to also empower not only the speaker, but also the audience, so that they can then take this information that we all learn from and give a great, great speech. One of the things that I admired most about your speech was the way that you took to heart what you were speaking about. One of the things that you mentioned was speaking to the speaker at his or her level, so that we, understanding the point that people enter Toastmasters or they begin any activity at a certain level, and that cannot be compared to any other person. So you have to either rise or simplify what it is that you are going to be talking about, the points you're going to be making, to meet the needs of your speaker, of the person that you're partnering with in this education. And you did not exclude people who may not have been as experienced as you. You used very simple language. You made your points very clearly in a very methodical way, and I really appreciate that. Things that I found were a little distracting and could have made for a better speech was your use of space, and this is something that's very important for me. You tended to take baby steps, and not even as big as this, but these kinds of steps to your right, make your point, and then came right back to center. Something you might have done, we had an issue with our lectern being plugged in. You might have swiveled it over to your side so that wasn't an issue. Another thing were papers that you were using, maybe as a crutch. Put them down, let them be. When you're done with the first one, move it aside and let that be. Your presentation was very bullet point oriented. It seemed to me that you could have had the information flow a little better instead of saying you want to meet your speaker at the level and then go on to the next bullet point, next bullet point. You could have made your information flow a little better. And lastly, your assistant was a little distracting to me. You almost would have been better to have a flip chart here that you yourself handled. I wanted to focus on you and your information, and yet it had yellow pieces of paper flying behind me. That was a little distracting. So then, what's the purpose of a good evaluation? What makes for an awesome, magnificent, stupendous, empowering evaluation? I think we learned that, and I really value the input that you brought to our club and the speech that you gave us and how we all learned. Thank you, Patrick.